And last one before I let you go, just because I know you have a rich history in boxing. I know you have a lot of character and you always have a lot to say. And you mentioned, your button with Donald Trump. And you also mentioned that you're for women's rights, which I'm happy that you mentioned the women's rights, but something that didn't resonate with me, maybe you can shine some light. I don't understand how you can connect Donald Trump with women's rights, where, in my opinion, I know we're obviously going to differ in opinion, but in my opinion, Donald Trump is taking steps back into women's rights.
Donald Trump can do nothing. For 400 years of history, we have been doing it ourselves. You're not talking about women's rights. He's bringing up the discussion to clarify, identify, and to qualify.
I agree in that.
You wouldn't even be talking about this. You ain't been. Donald Trump wasn't here in 1850 when Susan B. Anthony was speaking out for women's rights. When Elizabeth Cady Stanton said, "You talk so much about color, but the same cause and the same reason is against women." You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That we don't have no rights. In that time, you separate that with a white woman. You separate that because the people of color were all slaves. Mother, brother, baby, grandbaby, sister, brother, father, mother. All right? So the white woman didn't have no rights. And they were saying that back then in 1850. You know what I mean? So you got Frederick Douglass that said the white woman's cause and the black people's cause is of the same cause. So this is a system. Don't you understand? And what Donald Trump said, that's why he's being treated the way he's being treated. It ain't about women's rights. It ain't about color. It ain't about this. It ain't about that. It's about he's attacking the cause, not the effect. We treat the effect. Oh, that's horrible. They just killed Freddie Brown over there in Missouri. Oh, it's horrible. They just shot Trayvon Martin. Oh, look at this here, Slager. He just got shot 8 times in the back. You know what I mean? Shoot this boy Scott 8 times in the back while the boy's running away from him and no consequences. Get charged. Even Governor Nikki Haley said that this is outright murder, yet nobody does anything about it. So you're fulfilling the prophecy. So he's attacking the cause, the system. It ain't about Trump. The system is going to still be going on. And what the system does is make you move on all these different directions to keep you from going to the cause. The system is what does this here. The white supremacy, Protestant, Catholic system. You got to understand that if you knock out the system and you rebuild, then you got something. You hit it from the essence. Every woman should grab him and hug him. You know what I mean? Because now we can at least put the medicinal qualities of the air to correct this injustice that woman has been suffering for 1,000 years. 400 years in our country and our continent makes it so different and so wrong. And the only flaw that white supremacy has is the woman. Because they say that every white male dominance is there, but the white woman ain't got no rights at all. She's to be sold on the block, told what to do, even can't even make a decision against her own body. You know what I mean? They know better for you than you know for yourself. What kind of ridiculous thing is that? And you gave birth to them. So what happens to them when they get to be 18 years old, they become your master rather than your child? You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. You birth them, you take care of them with the measles, the mumps, the hiccups, and everything else. Get them there, educate them, and then all of a sudden you become in another world and they become your master. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. That's the biggest flaw they got in white supremacy. And that's why I fight for that white woman's rights, and now it just goes to all women's rights. You know what I mean? You got to understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a system. It ain't about Trump. Trump will be gone tomorrow. You know what I mean? What you going to do then? Trump wasn't here yesterday. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing he can say or do that's going to make your rights any better or not. But at least he's bringing it where you're going to discuss them. Now you bringing it to the forum. We put it on the agenda. You know what I mean? Women's rights. Let us discuss this here. This is absolutely wrong. There's nowhere in the scripture, nowhere in the Bible, nowhere in any kind of word that says the woman is supposed to be subject and be a slave to the man. That he's got to be able to rule them and tell them what to do, how to do, when to do, and where to do. You know, ain't nowhere it's wrote that way. So where did it come from? That male chauvinistic BS that they used in order to go appealing to your vanity. You know, play with what is real, baby. It ain't about Trump. Forget about Trump. Let's change this system that made a Trump.
Thank you for shining some light. I do agree that at least now we are talking about the topic. You know, I don't think we'll agree in all things, but thank you for your time.